Some of us sleep in the kitchen, in the bedroom, maybe their mother and their father and their favorite breadwinners. Yes. The other small bedroom is for another favorite breadwinners. And we have 9 tribal languages, South African languages. What makes them 11 is the British language, English, and the Dutch language, Afrikaans. And the 12th one is the San language. So you know why it was easy to know those all 11 official languages. Let's say you are my cousin. Your father is married to a Xhosa. You see, we grew up in the same house. And your father is Tswana. And his mother is Xhosa. His father is also Tswana. Like your mother and his father are in the same family. Yes. And my also mother is married to Venda. We are all Tswanas because of the family. Yeah. And him also, the mother maybe is married to the Swati. And also him, maybe the father is married to the colored or Africa or yes. So it's easy to know all the languages because when I talk to him as my cousin, I'll use Venda. When I talk to you, I'll use Xhosa. When I talk to him, Venda. So that's how it's easily, and we easily know our languages.
So and what's interesting you say that because me coming as us coming as Americans, when we walk through the community, we see all the young people knowing that they could know English, but I know like the English is, they would say it was broken because the American English is different from it's a different variation of the British English, the Queen's English, right? So as black people, that's like years and generations removed from like our communities in Africa, our families and ethnic, groups or tribes, whatever you say. As a person that would be Pan-African or that loves black people, try to connect with black people, the fact that you can't even communicate with kids because the languages, they strip us of the languages. So like we don't even see the value of knowing certain languages until you go to places where you see, if you don't know the language, you can't communicate. When you go out, you can't shop. You also again like that makes you a target, right? So again like that's I would say a reaction or a byproduct of the common law, the English common law that they make us adapt to and prescribe to. And just seeing it again, like they do it one side on one world, and they do another side on the other side of the world. But it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's not as they wanted us to talk only Dutch language, so that even my family is rich in farming. I couldn't negotiate with the other countries. I could only negotiate with the Dutchies. So that's why it's the same.
You say in this. I don't believe in accidents and coincidences, right? So my mother's name, I was telling the brother up the street, my mother's name is Makiba. So she's, Mariam Makiba.
Mariam Makiba.
Right? So that's her. She never came to South Africa.
Wow.
Right? And that's my mother's name, right? So, and then again, me being from New York is again like the primary #1 Dutch, Dutch colony of Dutch offspring. So the Dutch took over New York and they used their system and the scheme. So it's the same thing on both sides of the world, but it just looks different. And we caught in the middle. Like they use us the way they use us as labor, as this, and they make us fight by putting us against each other, by creating policies again and telling us we can't read, we can't use our hands, and making people again be against each other, and then they use propaganda, and then they brainwash and say it's we. So they take the world, they break the world, and they blame us for doing it. As again, that's a famous rapper said that, from Chicago named Nick Jenkins, right? So it's like that's the way I look at the world, and it's like, but a lot of us we don't. And it's because they use again the things, as you say, the people at the top, we don't work together because they incentivize us to not work together. And they incentivize, they make us, as we learn and listening to the different songs, again, historical apartheid songs, everything from even, again, the Serafina songs, right? So it's like these things, again, like they're scared of black skin, and they don't want us to communicate, right? But again, like then they brainwash us through colonization, because the first thing to colonize is your mind. When I make you want to be like a European, or when I make you feel like African or black is inferior, it's done. Like, and you don't ever have to do anything else.
I have to look stupid when I'm wearing my traditional clothes. Like the cow skin. I'll be like, when I'm wearing my cow skins and my traditional, they'll be like, it's not a traditional day. Is he out of his mind? You see? And us, they were not only uprising Africans as medium of instruction. They were also uprising a budget of a black student and a budget of a white student. Whereby a budget of a black student, 1953, was 42 rands a year. A budget of a white student was 644 rands a year.
642.
And you know how they would, you know, us and Indians look the same in the color scheme,
Yes.
and colors look the same.
Right.
So to proper check that you're not Indian, you're not Indian or you're not colored, you do like this.
Hair test.
Yes. If it sticks, you are black. If it doesn't, you are Indian color.
Thanks.
Even if your family afford to take you to that school because it's a proper educational school, but they would say no, you are black. Yes. That's how it was.
Thank God for doing what y'all doing. And again, like I said, I promise it's not gonna be the last time.
Yes.
It's about the bridges.
Yes.
And again, the thing is you gotta, the way we use our minds, it gotta be like, the way they do this is it's 10, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years at a time.
Yes.
So the way, again, like that, I try to think is, again, like 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years at a time. And, you know, the youth is the future, but the youth is also the now. Right? So it's, again, it's a lot of potential, because when you look around at the black culture, they're still taking, like, you can't have the world without Africa. So even, you know, whether it's terrorists now, people that use propaganda against everybody's scared of terrorists, so there's the comments of, because they want to make Trump the bad guy. But again, white people on both sides, Democratic, you know, Republican, everything in between, all of that is rhetoric, right? So again, it's like the most richest white man and the poorest white man, they agree on racism. They agree that they're better than the people that are brown. But the richest black person and the poorest black person, they can't agree on anything, because the richest black person is saying, oh, I have money, I'm better than you. You see what I'm saying? So again, like, that's how they use education, to where they make us, again, hate ourselves and love everything that they have. And we don't understand the game. And it's through politics, it's through religion, it's through media, it's through education. And it's just separation. But again, like I said, it's people see through that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one. Like, I just have my vision. I'm my person. I'm my individual. But every person has a soul. Every soul has a purpose, right? So it's like, again, I am me because I come from my mother. My mother, you know, was an orphan. My mother, you know, went through different things. My father went through different things. I was just telling my bros, like, my father had 2 children when he was 15. You know what I'm saying? So the teenage pregnancy and stuff like that, they use alcohol, they use all of these things, again, and drugs, like you said, to control our mind and to control our environment, to where you don't have, like, generations in the family. So you don't have a grandmother. Like, it's hard for us to find, like, grandmothers and grandfathers and fathers and stuff like that, because, again, it's the way that y'all communicate with your families and stuff like that, we don't. Right? So it's like, and again, it happens different on both sides, but again, like, everything, it happens for a reason, but the more that we believe in ourselves, the more that you look inward, I believe that, you know, we're going to be able to do what you need to do in the future. So again, like, I just wanted to thank y'all. Like, that's really, like, from the bottom of my heart, like, from, you know, my soul. Like, it's nothing I can say, man. Like, it's just really
love,
pure.
peace, friendship, and unity.
Appreciate you.